Hello, this is Professor Lawrence Orijuela of CSE2000Q2S, and this is the video showing you how to assemble your Lab3 school database. Now, only look at this video after you've completed lecture activities 6 through 8. But assuming that you already did that, here's what we have to do. I'll click here. So let's do a brief little recap of what this lab is trying to do. So Lab 3, this lab covers the following: classes, inheritance, and overloading. Your task: this program simulates a school database that stores the information of students and faculty. To finish this lab, you must do the following: add 2 new text files to the program named faculty.txt and students.txt. You'll find these text files on Blackboard, and they're here. Add the 3 header files, persontype.h, studenttype.h, and facultytype.h that we finish/will finish by the time we complete lecture activity 8. Run the program and play with it, see how it works, and then take a screenshot. Okay? So, assuming that you've completed up to lecture activity 8 already, here's what we're going to do. Open Visual Studio. Create new project. Empty C++ project. Click Next. Let's save this in the place. Actually, here's fine. Call this Lab 3. Create. Now, to assemble this thing, it's actually really easy. So the first thing you gotta do is hover over source files, click add, click new item, add main.cpp, like that. Now what I'd like you to do is copy everything from here to your main.cpp, okay? So I'm gonna copy that, paste it here in our main.cpp, click save. Okay, now we have to add 2 text files named faculty.txt and students.txt. So I'm going to go to the File Explorer, which is here. Go to the place where you saved your Lab 3. For me, it's over here. Go to the project folder. Create 2 new text files. One called students. And create another text file called faculty. Just like that. And, well, go back to Blackboard and look for students.txt. This is the data that we need to copy into it. So open your students.txt folder, copy all this, put it here, save it, close it, and do the same for faculty.txt. So go back here, faculty.txt, copy all this, paste it here, click save, close it, and now go back to Visual Studio, hover over source files, hover over add, click existing item, add students, and holding down control, add faculty.txt. To open them, you just have to double click them. So here are our 2 text files. I'm actually going to dock them over here. Well, it'd look nicer if I... Perfect. So here's students, here's faculty. Okay? Perfect. Now, the last thing that we have to do is add the 3 header files, persontype.h, studenttype.h, and facultytype.h that we will finish by the time we complete lecture activity 8. So, go back to your File Explorer, find the place where you saved your lecture activity 8. That's right over, well, for me, it's going to be over here, okay? Go to the project folder, select person type, student type, faculty type, copy them, go to the place where you saved your Lab3, go to its project folder, paste everything, and now go back to Visual Studio, hover over source files, hover over add, click existing item, select person type.h, and holding control, student type.h, and faculty type.h, okay? Click add, and then we can open them by double clicking them. So here's person type, student type, faculty type, okay? So at this point in time, this program is ready to run. Now, before we actually run this, let's take a brief moment to do a recap of everything we did. So here on my YouTube channel, so here's the thing. We took 1, 2, 3, 4 videos committed to building this Lab3. So this was almost 2 hours, 1 hour, almost 2 hours, almost 2 hours. So 7 hours of work was committed to creating these 3 classes with inheritance and overloading. Okay? Think about how much blood, sweat, and tears went into building this program. But this is it's totally worth it because this is a sophisticated program, and it's something that employers will look at and will take into consideration when they're thinking about hiring you, okay? So without any further ado, let's run this, and you can see how it works. Okay, so if your program builds successfully and there's no errors, this is what you should be seeing. So yes, this main.cpp, I wrote it myself. And I actually wrote this over the summer just for you guys. So in order to see how this student database works, I have a list of commands here. What they are on the left, and what they do is on the right. So if you wanted to see all of the students that are in this database, you can type sprint like this. And just like that, it lists all of the students that was in students.txt. We can do the same for fprint if we want to. So I'll type fprint. And just like that, we have all of the professors that are in this supposed school, okay? Now, what I'd like you to do is take time on your own to play with this program and look at the code to try to understand how this code is working, okay? So if you wanted to add a new student, it has that command here, add students. One thing that you could do is add yourself to this student database program. So maybe put your first name. I'm going to use myself. So by doing this, I added myself to the student database program. And if I typed sprint again, I can find myself on this list. And yes, here I am. Okay. And then I can do the same thing for faculty as well. I can add a faculty. And I'm just going to use myself again. And if I typed fprint again, you can see that this is where I am. I was added. And you can remove members from these vectors as well. So if I typed in something like delete student, like for example, maybe say I want to delete Mr. Dale Vincent here with student ID 10573. So Dale Vincent 10573. Now the way that this search works is that it uses the overload function that we wrote for the comparison operator. So if we enter here, student with matching criteria found, are you sure you want to delete this item? I'm going to say yes. Y for yes. And then if I type S print again, you can see that Dale Vincent is no longer on this list. Okay. Now, if I wanted to do something like search students, I can search students who are on the dean's list who have a 3.5 GPA or higher, or print all the students that are on academic probation, which is a GPA of 2.0 or lower. Okay. So the way this works is that it uses the overload function that we made for the students using the greater than or equal to or the less than or equal to operators. So if I type 1 like this, it'll print every student that has a GPA of 3.5 or greater. And as you can see, there's 3 of them. Students on the dean's list, right? And I can do the same thing for students who are on academic probation. So I'll type 2. And these are the students that are on academic probation. Okay, so overall, well, I'm going to exit the program now. So yeah, so this school database program, it's a very well-developed and very sophisticated program that you created yourself by creating person-type.h, student-type.h, and faculty-type.h. So all of this work, all of this 7 hours of work, this was all you, right? So one thing that I'd like you to do, every computer science major should have a section on their resume that says projects. And what you should do is add this project to your resume. Like, say that in your class you wrote a program that simulates a school database that holds the students, holds the information of students and faculty. And employers will look at that. They're going to look at the code. They're going to want to hire you if you have something like this in your coding portfolio, you know? So overall, this is Lab 3. And yeah, so if any one of you needs help in assembling your Lab 3, because who knows, maybe you have some unforeseen errors in your program, what I'd like you to do, well, I said this before, but we're going to have a Zoom meeting. When did I say we'll have it? We're going to have a Zoom meeting for Lab 3 on November 13th from noon to 12:50. And this is the time where we will resolve your errors on the 3 header files. But if you want, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you each header file one by one. So, and you're going to pause this video whenever you need to in case you see any mistakes that you need to resolve. That's person type. Here's student type. And here's faculty type. Okay. So if you do get your Lab 3 to work, you know what you have to do to turn it in. So I guess just all right. Instructions to submit. Send an email to me with the CPP files, all 3 header files, and 1 screenshot of your program working. So run this one more time. Get a screenshot of this working. Go to your email. Send it to me. This is CSE2000Q2S. Last name, first name, Lab3. Post a screenshot here. Attach main.cpp and all 3 header files. So this, and this. Open. And then send that to me, and I'll give you your grade. But anyways, so if you came this far, congratulations. We are officially finished talking about classes in this course. So because of that, it's going to be smooth sailing from here. From this point on, we're just going to talk about recursion and searching and sorting, and then after you turn in your final, that'll be it for this course. So thank you for sticking with me this long. I will see you Friday with a brand new lecture video. And again, if you need help with assembling your Lab 3, please attend the Zoom meeting on that date in which I said before. Either that, or send me an email with your header files attached. I will look at it and we will resolve any issues that you might have. But anyways, that's it for this video. I'll see you next week.